Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and I want to talk about the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game. Absolutely fantastic tabletop role-playing game. Dungeons and Dragons to the bone. It's written by Matt Forbeck, who literally worked with Gary Gygax, and you could just see Gary's fingerprints all over this game. It's really incredible. But what I wanted to talk about is where Marvel Multiverse RPG exceeds Dungeons & Dragons and defeats it, where it has done something distinctly better. There's a lot of specific things in Marvel Multiverse RPG that are direct improvements to 50 years of Dungeons & Dragons. And that, I think, is 100% because of Matt Forbeck. He fully understands Dungeons & Dragons, and then he fully understands Marvel. He literally wrote the Marvel Encyclopedia, and he has written for Dungeons & Dragons, so he is able to bridge these two worlds. And but one thing that he did that is much, much better in the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game than it is in Dungeons & Dragons is levels. Okay, so first of all, instead of levels in the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, you get a rank. And there's rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now that's opposed to Dungeons & Dragons, which has levels 1 through 20. Okay? So really what you're looking at here is you are a... basically, rank 1 is a rookie, literally called a rookie. Then you have a protector. Then you have a champion. Then you have a legend. Then you have a mythic. And then you have a cosmic. Okay? So rookies. Literally, just started out, brand new hero, okay? Protector, you rank 2, you know what you're doing, right? And you protect the people in your neighborhood, right? Then a champion. This is a rank 3. This is a very skilled superhero. This is a very skilled hero. Because honestly, what's really interesting is once you read Marvel Multiverse RPG, you realize there's nothing in the Marvel universe that doesn't exist in Dungeons & Dragons, just in fantasy form. We're not even in fantasy form because we're no longer restricted to fantasy within Dungeons & Dragons. We've gone way beyond that when Dungeons & Dragons were connected to Magic the Gathering. And Magic the Gathering has multiple... Ravnica's pretty much a steampunk setting, right? So, there are modern facilities in D&D now, right? So, what's really... So, you have this... You have a champion, right? So, your champion is really kind of your... this is a very distinct hero who is capable of protecting everyone in their neighborhood, everyone in their state, maybe everyone in their region, maybe everyone in their nation, right? So next is a legend, right? This would be like Captain America is legendary, rank 4, right? And he is extremely well respected. This is a hero who has gone beyond being able to protect their whole nation, but is a resource to others and really is a bastion of power, right? Then you get to mythic level, okay? And mythic level is rank 5, and this is people who literally can protect everyone on Earth, right? They can arrive at a space, they can bring a huge amount of power, they can defeat hundreds of foes. They are very significant threat, right? And I think like Captain Marvel is mythic, right? And then last is rank 6, which is cosmic. And the Hulk is rank 6. The Hulk is a rank 6 cosmic hero, okay? And that is really significant. And the Hulk, when you bring him in, like there's literally a series called World War Hulk, right? Like there was a point where the Illuminati literally sent the Hulk off of Earth because he was so dangerous, right? He's incredibly dangerous, right? And so cosmic heroes can literally their power spans galaxies, right? And they can defeat almost anything in any galaxy. They are incredibly destructive. They're incredibly powerful. Not destructive, but incredibly powerful, right? So you have this situation where you have all these different ranks. And I think what's really, the reason why I like this very much better than what you would see in Dungeons & Dragons is, I'm level 17. I'm level 8. What's that mean? Right? Whereas here we have a rank, but that rank has a specific name. And that used to happen in Dungeons & Dragons. There used to be a specific name for every class, for every level. And I will tell you, until I saw ranks, I was like, I didn't realize that was a huge missed opportunity in 5th edition. I think there should have been a level rank from 1 to 20, and I think the reason they didn't go down this road was so that they could get into these subclasses. And I'm not a huge fan of subclasses. I don't really like them in Dungeons & Dragons, and I think they're poorly executed. I really do. And I think it would have been much better to have a level name for every single level in Dungeons & Dragons per class. That would have been a lot of work, right? That's a lot of words, right? And then they would have had to deal with with like a level 7 rogue being called a sweep, But they should embrace the problem, right? Like I think hard things are hard because they're worth pursuing, right? And I absolutely love this rank 1 through 6. I think it's a much, much, much better model than leveling. However, here's where it gets, wow, does it get interesting, right? Again, Marvel Multiverse RPG has really surpassed Dungeons & Dragons in many, many aspects of its game. And honestly, like the phone call was from within the house, right? Like, the reason Marvel Multiverse RPG was able to surpass Dungeons & Dragons is they used the Dungeons & Dragons resource to do it, right? Like, nobody at Marvel was going to be able to do it, but a veteran who learned at the feet of Gary Gygax, yeah, that's the guy. He's going to be able to do it, right? And he did it. It's pretty incredible. So this is where it gets really fascinating, right? And so Matt Forbeck, he does such an amazing job writing this book. And one of the things he does is he's like, listen, like, he says it way nicer than I'm about to say it. He's like, if you're some sad sack, dungeon master, narrator, that's what it's called in this game, narrator. If you're some sad sack narrator who's got players that you can't manage, just level your guys up through the ranks, right? But the reality is, the premium storytelling is where rank progression is not expected. It occurs organically if it happens in the story. And you could tell an amazing story where Daredevil is a champion, level 3, and never becomes a legend, and never becomes mythic, and never becomes cosmic. And that very well may be your best story, which means that you are allowed to level your characters up, right? If you are a weak player or if you are a weak narrator. But the premium stories, you won't level. You will remain at the same rank. That is incredible, right? And get this. And in addition to this, the book says, hey, look, there's 100 heroes in this book and villains, right? There's like 50 heroes. There's 50 heroes in this book you can pick at. They're not all the same rank. You can run what you want. And it's like, wow, wait a second. But wait. So you're saying Sally is going to pick rank 6 Hulk, right? And Sherry is going to pick rank 3 Daredevil? How's that work, right? And they're like, it works because we're going to trust you as players to do the right thing, right? If you're playing rank 6 Hulk, you can't solve every problem with your strength. You're going to need to rely on Daredevil. You're going to need to run the Hulk the same way Bruce Banner runs it and say, I'm on a team and I will use my anger and my strength when necessary, but I will rely on Captain America's for leadership, right? Like, and it is incredibly powerful. I'm just so excited to see this, like, saying, actually, leveling is for the weakest players and the weakest narrators. And we're not going to disallow it. We're not going to tell you not to do it. We're going to tell you there's a bright burning torch. There's somewhere where you can arrive. There's a place that is better than what you're running right now, right? Where players do not need leveling to keep them engaged, right? You may not have those players now, but you may have them 3 years from now, right? And we're calling you to better storytelling. That is powerful. I'm just so incredibly impressed with it. And I just really, really incredibly impressed with what they did in that. And then also saying, listen, we all read Lord of the Rings. Gandalf is not the same power level as Bilbo. They are very different power levels, right? Like, you know, Gandalf is rank 5 and Bilbo is literally rank 1, right? And that's okay, right? And I love the fact that they're like, hey, you could choose Cyclops and you could choose Jubilee. They are not the same rank, or like, and we are going to trust you as players to give everyone the space to be useful. That is astounding. I am so incredibly impressed, so incredibly excited with what I'm seeing in Marvel Multiverse RPG. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments, have you got this book? Have you gotten Marvel Multiverse RPG? Have you played this yet? Have you seen the greatest threat to Dungeons & Dragons that exists today? Because the call came from within the house. Matt Forbeck was called from within the house, man. Like, it is bonkers. It's like he took every bit of brilliant design from Gary Gygax and then spent 15 years doubling it. It's incredible. You've got to get this book. I got to hear your thoughts on this. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Marvel stories that you have told with any of the Marvel RPGs down the years. I'd love to hear any of your stories. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider subscribing, and may God bless you and yours.